what a special day. We finally unveiled the Black Bunny Phantom. Tell us all that went into this day.
Well, this was and is an incredible aircraft. A lot of hard work, and it was absolutely everybody in restoration did their part and went above to make sure that we met our deadline of open cockpit. So from sanding to painting to just to everything. And it came down to the 11th hour and the 58th minute, but we made it.
I love that. Okay, so tell us the history. Everyone wants to know why this plane is so cool.
So this plane, the cool part of this plane is the bunny on the tail. That's what makes this airplane cool. It was in Point Mugu here in California, and it never really did anything other than it was a test plane. But because it has, and there's two stories how the bunny came on. The cool story is they were painting, it was black. Hugh Hefner had a DC-9 that was black with the bunny on it. So at the end of the day, they cut out a bunny and they taped it up there, and they're like, hey, we're like Hugh Hefner. And the commander came in and said, what are you doing? No, what? They said, paint it on. So it was painted on. Now, so that's the fun story. The other one's not worth talking about. Let's go with that one. But that's the iconic. The Playboy bunny is on it. It's an S model. Never left California. California was its home. And now its home is here at Castle Air Museum on display.
What the other story? We'll get the other story. What's the other story?
Well, the other story is just kind of an Air Force thing. So the other story is Hugh Hefner wanted the Navy to carry the bunny on their planes. So he gave them permission to carry the bunny. That was not. I like that the guys took initiative. They went and did it. You know, big gray area as far as what they should do, and it ended up working. So this is the third F4 that ever had the bunny on it. There was an F-14, and there was an, for the Air Force, was a SR-71.
So when was the last time that this flew?
This one flew into Davis-Monthan, Tucson, Arizona, in 1986, and it sat there in hiatus with all the components covered, and then 2023 it hopped on a trailer and it headed to Castle, and it arrived up here in the summer of 2023, and it's been sitting in the hangar ever since. So we really went to work on it probably about 6 months ago. 5 months ago maybe. That's when the real work happened, and it, like I said, it came down to Thursday about 4:30 that it was finished.
What's up inside? We saw a lot in the restoration, how all the stuff that was going on inside. What can you tell us about that?
Well, so pretty much on the inside, there's no engines, there's no afterburners, it's pretty much an empty shell. So that was all removed really for the purpose of weight. It's going to be sitting here. It's never going to fly. It can never fly again. It's owned by the Navy, and they don't fly any of their artifacts. So there's really not a lot inside. It's just a shell of an airplane.
When it was being flown, what was going on inside?
It was just all testing with radar. So back in pre-86, it was all radar. So there's a lot of different antennas and stuff inside that have been removed because of being demilled. And now it's just a cool airplane. It's shiny, it's black, it's already getting dusty, but that's okay. Our job is done, now it's up to the crew chief, which is Carl and Bill.
So basically it was the pilot that would fly this, and
right.
Then that was
so the pilot was there, there's a Rio back there, it was a two-man crew, and they would fly pretty much over the oceans of California.
That's really cool. I love how it's like it never left California. That's such a cool story.
It never left. It did go to Florida. Now the bunny is no longer with VX4. So they went down to Florida. Special Olympics were going on. So they were passing out Squadron patches which had the bunny on it. And somebody put it on the back of a young boy's wheelchair. Somebody took a photo, it made the newspaper, it made like national news, and the commander said the bunny must go. Come on.
Come on.
So we get political, you know, I don't do political. So the bunny was removed and replaced with a bat.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah, but that's the story. It's a cool airplane, it was a lot of fun. And again, if it wasn't for everybody in restoration doing what they did, having some fun with it, getting some frustrations, bottom line, we met our deadline.
What's the line through the bunny ear?
Those are formation lights.
Okay.
So they would glow kind of a lime green at night. So when they're flying formation, we have to remember going on carrier, there's not a whole lot to see other than ocean and a ship. So formation lights would allow for communication, and they can see the airplane. And they were a bright lime green. So there's some here on the back, and exactly the same on the other side.
At nighttime, can they go on? You guys did they work?
They work. We have it, and I think we should paint them with like glow-in-the-dark paint.
We should have a light show now.
So all of a sudden they just start glowing at night. People would be like, oh, there's a ghost. So it's a fun airplane. It was a fun project.
How fast was this plane?
This was a second generation. So this was go over Mach. So super fast.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's fun. And you know what? I don't fly. I just like to play with airplanes. Welcome to my office. Kind of cool. I don't have models on my desk. I got the full scale sitting in my hands. So we had a good time. But yeah, thanks for your interest.
Well, everyone needs to come on out, see this plane, and follow us on YouTube.
While God is marching on.